Welcome back to another episode of the Break the Bang podcast. This is your boy Lerk with the homies Charles X and Deion. And a lot of shit to talk about, man. First off, let's start with the boxing match from Saturday. Ryan Garcia's bitch ass won against Devin Haney. Put that boy down a few times. X, I know you into boxing. Found out today Charles is really into boxing. One, how'd you feel about the fight? Two, who should Garcia fight next? If not a rematch with Haney.
Nah, there's no, the thing is, Haney don't really have entertaining style, so there's not going to be too much money in the rematch. Um, Honestly, look, Garcia, I thought Garcia was going nuts, honestly. So he did a good job of fucking faking everybody out. If he hadn't done all that dumb shit, I don't think he would have been as big an underdog. Um, but yo, he did his thing, man. You know what I'm saying?
He fought better
So
than I expected, to be honest.
nah, bro. Now, granted, he did show up 3 pounds overweight, so I'm not gonna say he was all the way locked in, but he was locked in enough to fucking take care of Haney. And the difference in the reach, Haney just couldn't outbox him the way he wanted to.
How about you, Charles?
I mean, I ain't gonna say that like I mean I understand the whole 3 pounds or whatever it was, but he was weight drained against Tank. So I think that was one of his biggest concerns with that is he didn't want to be weight drained again. Um I mean, I think that's what happens too when you fight somebody 7 times. You gotta I think that was the one thing that Ryan was sitting on. Like we can't really put value in like he'd have been in the ring with that man, he'd have felt his power. And like you've seen it against both times when Haney fought Cambosa. Then again, when he fought Lomachenko, like his power ain't like that. Like and Loma damn near knocked his ass out last fight. If he'd have had 2 more rounds, he'd have knocked him out. Even though I thought Loma still won that fight, but
Same.
if there's anybody who think that knew like Devin ain't have power like that, he could just walk through his power. It would be a guy like Ryan, and like he crazy, he was tripping. And trust me, I was one of the main people like questioning everything he was doing, but the man still got hand speed. He still got pop. And you can, as Tank showed you, and half the boxers, the great boxers throughout history, you could be have a couple criminal charges, be fucked up, have a whole terrible family life, and if you got hand speed and some pop in them and then pause, like that shit fix a lot of things in your life. So I mean, he got in there and did what he was supposed to do. Like I wasn't. I ain't gonna sit there. I was surprised because I'm always surprised when somebody's O goes, somebody gets loses for the first time because you've never seen it. But I wasn't surprised that two people that have fought in the amateurs 3 times, I mean 6 times in the 3-3, that he feel comfortable in there and that's due to beat him. I don't know if any. I don't know if there's anybody else who could do that like that, and I don't know if there's anybody else that Ryan could do like that just based off the how many times they fought in the amateurs.
I feel like I was more surprised by the boxing IQ he put on display. Like that was like he really not only did he hit him with some fire left hooks, but he outboxed him too.
Mm-hmm.
He outboxed him too. He put him on his ass a couple times. I was really surprised. Like I know he got some power, but Haney knows how to box. He may not be strong, but he know how to box.
Yeah. He also there to be hit too, though.
True.
Like he's not elusive. Like Shakur can box, but you ain't gonna hit Shakur. Devin can box, but Loma was touching him. Cambosa put hands on him. He ain't hurt him, but he put hands on him. Like he's there to be hit. So shit, you get in there with the right person. I mean, if Ryan wouldn't have did it to him, Tank would have did it to him next year. That knockout was coming for him.
So so who you think he fights next? Because
Who?
Ryan, because De La Hoya talking about his next fight gonna be at welterweight, and that kind of disappointed me because I wanted to see him fight Teofimo.
Yep.
He can't make the weight.
Yeah, I know.
And he's too big of a liability to try to do it. Like when he snitched on himself and said he didn't even try to make 140. Like he stopped because he said he'd rather have the power advantage and have his chin. Like you're not going to get a serious 140 pounder to go up against him after what happened to Haney. Like I didn't watch the fight like that. I had it on, but I wasn't like paying attention. But I don't know. There's there's a reason there's weight classes. Like you can't stop 3 pounds under after getting drained the last time you tried to make the weight and then say why you did it and like that be okay. Like great win, hell of a performance, very impressive. Like he's arguably like maybe the biggest star in boxing right now, but like that 3 pounds like is a way bigger deal than it sounds just like by saying it's 3 pounds.
I mean, but at the same time, we see it all the time where boxers will make weight, and then right before the fight, they shoot back up.
No, but it's about not having to put your body through the weight cut. Because that's what trains you. Everybody rehydrates the night before a fight, but it's about not having to put your body through that so you show fresher.
He pulled up to the weigh-in with a beer. You know he didn't care.
Well, he lost the tank. I mean, for a variety of reasons, but one of the biggest ones I would say is he lost his chin during the weight cut. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean,
he always had
got dropped by a body shot. I understand what you're saying.
No, but what I'm saying is like all that is like he couldn't take a punch. Like he just couldn't take a punch at that weight, which is why he stopped. And he didn't have to like, it was easier for him to rehydrate because he didn't deplete himself.
I think he tried. I think he made a decent effort at it. And then probably when he got to like that 143 and he couldn't get it lower and they kind of fuck it. I think he made a decent effort though to try to make it. But I think them last 3 pounds was it. But I feel like shit, Shakur's going through the same thing at fucking 135. Like all those guys as they're getting older because they started at those weights when they were like 19, 20, and they're just naturally getting bigger. They can't stay at those weights.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think he should stay at the weight. Like, I don't think it should prevent him from being like getting one of the big fights at 47. Like, it was still a hell of a performance. But like, if I'm Devin Haney, I ain't fighting dude at 140 again. Like, you won't make the fucking weight.
Yeah. I see your reaction, X, but that's what he said. He's moving up to welterweight now.
He said he wanted to fight Fundora at 54.
But
is he gonna have the speed at 154 though?
I think he walks around.
I think he should fight. I think there's a market for him and Errol Spence. Because here's the thing, like Terrence Crawford not gonna want to deal with all that. Like even his own promoters didn't want to deal with that whole running into the fight, right? Like whatever shit he was on bugging. All right, cool, you still showed up, but he might have burned some bridges. But I think somebody like Errol Spence, after what happened to him, I could see him and God. You know what I'm saying? I could see them putting him in front of.
I think Oscar will watch that man crash and burn in front of him and take every dollar while in the process. So I don't think Oscar really cares what happens. I don't think as long as Ryan get in that ring, I don't think Oscar cares what got to be done. I don't think he's gonna burn that bridge because I think for as low as we think Ryan's moral character is, I would say Oscar's is lower than his. So I think Oscar.
He met with other promoters,
but the other promoters, like who's gonna want to go through that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but at this point, look. I think that there's very few people who actually draw a crowd. I think he falls into that box. And so for right now, he's hot as fish grease. So I think he'll get a big name. Do I think he'll get Crawford? No, I just saw today that somebody said they were going to try and make Crawford and Ennis. So
yeah, the Saudi Arabian dude.
He could fight Tio at a catchweight. He could fight. I mean, Shakur could meet him at a catchweight. Like I'll fight you at 143. Somebody might want to fight. Like somebody might be open to fight him at 143.
You know who I think he's gonna fight? It's because of what X just said. He gonna fight Sugar Sean O'Malley. It's not even gonna be a boxing.
100%. He's gonna do that. He's gonna beat shit out of that.
That's gonna be his next fight. It's gonna be Sugar.
You already called him out today, but he definitely do that. That's easy work.
He gonna knock out.
He gonna knock who out?
O'Malley.
Yeah, he for sure. Quickly. But I think he's stupid enough to do it in MMA too.
No.
I think it could be a second before Ryan Garcia like actually boxes a boxer again.
Bro, I would eat this snapback on camera if a boxer ever that's not washed steps foot into an MMA ring with somebody who's actually in their prime. It's not gonna happen. It's not. But
I don't see it to be a realistic option. But with you willing to eat a snapback on camera, I need that to happen.
Put some Chick-fil-A sauce on it. You know what I'm saying? Pause.
All right, bro. I'm out of here.
Bro, you put Chick-fil-A on a Jordan shoe, I eat it. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
It's funny, real quick before we move on though, cause Charles, you brought up De La Hoya. You said you don't think he'd let him fight whoever, but Teofimo tried to fight him at a catchweight already, and they was only willing to pay him 1.5.
Got the juice now, but they got this. Everybody, when was this? Did Teo have a belt? Did Teo have his belt back?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure because
I'm just saying the timeline
he just recently came out and said, "Wow." Somebody asked him when he was watching. Damn, who the fuck was fighting recently? They asked him while he was in the stands at the fight. It was after Stevenson's last fight, matter of fact.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody was interviewing him in the stands, asking him a bunch of questions at the end of the night. And one of the questions they asked him was, why did he turn down the fight with Garcia? And he said, because they was only willing to pay 1.5. So it's like, yo,
I
bro,
can't, like I said,
I think Teal
things have
put
changed.
him out.
I think
Teal
things.
put him out. He only got
They
one.
got,
I don't even
him and
think.
Teal got the same skill set though.
I think
It
Teal.
was it looks like Tio turned the offer down last November. So after the Gervonta fight, but before Ryan ever came back.
Yeah.
I think Ryan gonna fight. More than likely, he said he want to fight Fundora, and shit, he could probably beat Fundora to be honest with you. Or he gonna rematch with Tank at a catchweight, so he ain't got to drain himself.
I'd love to see that too.
Because Tank don't really have nobody to fight, and Ryan ain't got nobody to fight right now.
I think Tank just announced a fight in June, but
He ain't got nobody to fight.
yeah, that one don't count though.
Thanks.
Fighting Frank Martin ain't no hoe, but at the same time, like there's no star power in fighting Frank Martin.
So let's move on because I know there's something you really rather talk about, Charles. Chris Brown dissed Quavo, came at him crazy on Friday. Yeah, I'm out smack. Charles sent that to immediately.
I said that shit like 1:30. Hey man, that's why we had an all light skin podcast to follow this shit up, man. Niggas out here getting active. Niggas out here getting active. It's wild. I'm the darkest person on this pod. Wild.
Making X uncomfortable.
But yeah, man, Breezy got at him. Right before the pod, Quavo responded. This is my favorite beef going right now because it's actually on wax and people are getting straight to it. I hate that it's over a female, but you know that's most of the world's beefs and wars. It happens. But I sort of agree with what I thought about what you said in our text earlier, Lerk, when you were saying that man is singing though. And although Chris Brown is a singer, he ain't sung a bar yet. And Quavo over there still making Migos tracks while dissing. So it's like it's interesting.
The song is cool.
The contrast in style.
The song is cool, but he calling for backup from the grave is crazy. Like you got a whole verse from Takeoff on there. Like that's disgusting behavior, bro. This is between you and Breezy over a female, and you calling on your dead nephew without his permission. Like this is disgusting work right there. It's a cool track though. I'm not gonna lie. It's a cool track. At first, I only heard the first verse because I caught a clip on IG. So my boy is like, yo, Quavo went crazy. I'm like, yo, that shit is dirt, bro. Like Takeoff had a longer verse than him. And then I went on YouTube and then I found out there's a second verse. He called Breezy a crackhead like 8 times. I was dying.
Bro, just the ad libs alone just makes it so fucking entertaining, honestly.
I ain't gonna lie. It lost a little entertainment value to me with the ad libs because when Breezy dropped the diss track, Charles texted me and said, Quavo can't ad lib his way out of this one.
Now you gotta I would just say he gotta address that, man. You can't be like you can't ad lib your way through this one, player. You gotta have to put something down. Like I said, I think this is gonna be the thing that bring eventually. I think Offset's coming back on somebody's side. I'm not sure on whose side, but Offset's definitely getting pulled out the bullpen for this.
Breezy immediately, not even an hour after the song comes out, goes on Twitter and says, Takeoff rap better than you.
And one of them gonna get hurt, bro. Like they gonna one of them gonna hurt each other.
So they keep talking like they're ready to take it to the streets, expressly.
But they've already fought though. Their crews already had an altercation. You know what I'm saying? So it's
they don't like Drake. Them niggas have a problem. It's a different like it's different levels of like beef.
Yeah, this is ugly. What you said, Charles? What you said to me the other day? You said he got one bad takeoff ball. He's not gonna be able to come to Atlanta.
Oh yeah, man. The city ain't never recovered from that. So he said the wrong thing, man. It's gonna be real tight for Breezy out here.
He might not even have to say nothing else about Take. He already mentioned him twice. It might be enough. Might be enough. It was hilarious though. The song also kind of reminded me of when it was coming at Joe Budden, that Ice Tray song, because there was so many pussy ad libs. Yo, the shit is entertaining though. Like, yo,
And the shit slap. And the shit slap. Like, you know what I'm
slaps.
saying?
It slaps. That's the crazy shit. Is like the bars aren't crazy, but there's comedy to it. And
I mean, that's why Kendrick's diss was as big as it was because the song fucking slaps. If they could play your diss record in the fucking club and the shit ring off, automatically that give you a leg up. You know what I'm saying? Because like nothing Kendrick said was crazy, but the shit slapped. You know what I'm saying?
yo,
So
and it's funny. I was in the club on Saturday in Dykeman, and they played like that. They only played Kendrick's verse. Then they played a little while later. They ended up playing Push Ups, and then a little later they put on Like That again, but this time they only played Future. I was just like, oh, they really promoting this beef, and this is exactly what I expected to happen once Drake put something on wax.
So quick question. I haven't allowed my ears to listen to AI Snoop and AI Pac.
Bro,
Does
listen
that
to
shit
it.
slap?
Listen to it. So he don't say nothing fire. He don't say nothing fire. The whole time he's giving this nigga a pep talk as Snoop and Pac, bro.
No, I'm
This
not
shit
listening
is
to that shit.
hilarious. It's hilarious. There's no fire balls. He's just dead giving this nigga a pep talk. And then he comes in as himself
Oh no, I'm Gucci on
and
that.
shits on him. And then after his verse is over, the most entertaining part is after the verse is over,
Oh, you
Drake
talking?
talking mad shit. And then told him he gonna keep his foot on his neck. He not ducking it. He said, "You're not gonna get away with this. You're not ignoring me. I'm coming for you. When you drop, I'm coming for you. Anything you do, I'm coming for you." And then addressed everybody else, and then gave a shout out to Taylor Swift.
That nigga gonna
Yo,
make a whole new album.
I respect Drake, honestly. You
I
know what I'm
respect
saying?
him
Like,
after that. After that post, bro. The
nah.
energy he's bringing, bro, and the way he's going about handling this shit, I
He got
gotta
my
respect
respect
it.
when he was shooting at 8 different cats.
That's
on
what I'm
one
saying. I'm
track.
talking about the.
That's where I was like,
Bro,
I don't care. The bars themselves may not be that fire. He said a couple things that you could tell he gonna get into more detail with once he actually dropped the actual track. But bro, just coming at 8 people, I respect it, bro.
And
You know
then,
what
Did
I'm
you
and
hear
then,
why? Like why it's all happening? Apparently he owns them niggas' songs.
yeah,
Yeah, so I heard Buddy say that.
wait, what?
Yeah, apparently. So like I mean, how all this happened, I guess, is a little bit more controversial. Kanye was talking about it today, but I guess when he left his record label, he started one with some rich dudes and like signed all these guys are all signed to it. PMG or something like that.
yeah. Like
No, it's
Larry
it's
Jackson's,
Larry Jackson and Gamma.
yeah,
That's
Gamma.
So Gamma has a bunch of artists under there, and what Budden is saying is pretty much like Drake probably is an angel investor in Gamma, and he probably has equity. And guess who's on the Gamma? Rick Ross. So that's why when Rick Ross said that you getting a piece of it while we riding around in rentals, essentially what he's saying is like, yo, we out there grinding to make this bread, and then you eating off us. And then the way he treating other artists, like he not clearing songs. He sent fucking French Montana a cease and desist, like he's acting like a record label dude when he's supposed to be doing shit for the love. You know what I'm saying?
It
Yo, no funny shit. Oh, good.
Go ahead. No. The only reason I say that, like, I love it is because like them niggas will do the same exact thing in that same position. That's why I can't hate it because Future would do the same thing to all them too. Rick Ross would definitely do the same thing to all them.
But this confirms what I said last week when we was talking about who really has more money, Ross or Drake. Can't tell me Ross got more money than Drake, bro.
No, that's not even a question. Ross said that. Ross even said he had more money.
I think the interesting one gonna be whenever ASAP responds. He sound like he actually got something personal against Drake, not like these other dudes. Like he actually got some beef with dude.
Nah,
not
that's
over
just,
Rihanna.
That's what he said. What he said about Rihanna, so he got to go and defend his wife. That's all. But that shit was ass.
Rocky don't have the bars to come to this. What are you gonna do? Outdress that nigga? You gonna outdress Drake?
So, and apparently what happened, not to regurgitate everything but it said, but apparently like the streets know, ASAP and Drake ran a train on Shorty, but Drake ended up being the father of the baby. So that's what ASAP was alluding to in the song. Like, yo, we both smashed, but you ended up, with a fucking kid, so you're a sucker type shit. Which, I mean, yeah, but he also did fuck your wife before you fucked her. So, I mean, he could say the same thing about you. You know what I'm saying?
But, and then Kanye showed up today and doofed up the whole works. That shit Kanye said was that nigga dude. And we were so excited for the downfall of Drake. We teamed up on that nigga. I was like, I'm out. That's when I was out because I'm like,
when
y'all
I saw
really
that clip, I said,
lame.
y'all really mad corny.
It is corny to try and like, y'all talking shit. Let me get my shit off too. That's corny.
Nah, Kanye was alluding to like all that other stuff he be talking about because Drake's Jewish.
I don't listen to nothing Kanye says, so I haven't.
No, he's crazy. But like that's what he was alluding to. He feels like this shit like proves his point about everything he was saying like last year or whatever it was, like when he was really losing his mind about Hollywood. He feels like all this just proves his point. He's crazy.
When I saw the clip of him saying that they was all excited, like it just got me tight and reminded me of the fact that Future and Metro really went around the whole industry and recruited everybody that had any type of issue with Drake. Like, where y'all try to form Voltron, like I don't get it. Like, it's mad corny that y'all really tried to gang up on him. I'm really just here for the Kendrick part. I want to see what Kendrick got to say now. A lot of people saying it don't even matter what he say at this point.
Bro, you've been throwing shots for how long? And now that Drake actually dropped, now you taking your time, man. Fuck all that boogeyman shit, man. Fuck Kendrick, bro. Like Kendrick almost lost. Like he would have to drop some incredible shit for me to be like, and I don't even like Drake, bro. But you know that dudes is moving like suckers when they make Drake look like the sympathetic figure in all of this. You know what I'm saying? Because Drake's fan base, I fucking hate them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But he looks like the sympathetic figure because everybody else moving like a sucker. Like shit crazy.
Because it's like y'all calling him a sucker because he did boss shit.
Yeah. I just don't think Drake like has done shit to me. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't think he's warranted a response yet. I'm gonna be honest. I thought that Tupac shit was mad corny.
No, but see, he's playing to the young crowd, right? He's doing because it worked with Meek. He dropped the second track with Meek, and at that point, Meek turned into a fucking meme, right? The back-to-back shit wasn't even at 5, but the fact that he jumped out off the roof twice and Meek had nothing to say, automatic Drake win. You know what I'm saying? So now he's like, it don't even matter what I drop. The fact that I dropped twice and you still haven't responded, he's trying to run the same play. That's all.
If Kendrick don't drop by Friday, Drake dropping again. I think Drake gonna drop every Friday till that nigga drop.
He should, but he hasn't dropped anything worth a second listen, and he hasn't said anything worth a second.
I might agree with you. And Kendrick's still losing, and he's still losing the fight. He's still winning the fight. Losing.
But the thing is, I don't think Kendrick cares to like win or lose the fight. Like I don't think he really.
What's the point?
Why pick a fight that you don't care to win or lose? Especially
you've been saying that whole rollout was planned. He had the verse on a project that he knew was gonna get ears. He did that on purpose to create a moment, to make a big thing. So at that point, that's the invitation to like, yo, I'm war ready. Then when Drake respond, now you can't be like, well, that wasn't worth a response. Nah, bro, you indicated you war ready. And now what makes it look even worse, all his label mates and people that's down with TDE, yo, this shit is going to be jokes. Yo, this shit is going to be crazy. But I read that shit 2 weeks ago on Twitter, and he still ain't dropped nothing. Well, we got to wait for him to drop an album? Like, come on, son.
I don't know. He just always does this. He doesn't drop an album without making some sort of diss like right before. And so I just don't think he cares. Like the attention's on him. His album's going to sell. At the end of the day, like he's got to make up for the money he lost in his first couple.
I think he keep if he takes too long, Drake gonna put an album out the same day he put his album out. I think Drake gonna put an album out just cause.
But I don't think that matters. I think they have two different fan bases.
They don't. Everybody, all four of us listen to both of them.
Huh?
All four of us know both of them.
But I'm saying like everybody that's going to listen to Kendrick's album is going to listen to Kendrick's album. Drake has a whole different type of fan base that wouldn't listen to Kendrick's album. So I don't think Kendrick like I don't think Kendrick loses anything if Drake does that, and neither does Drake for what it's worth. But I just don't think it's a big deal.
If they have two separate fan bases, then that's why it doesn't matter what either one of them does. That's why like that comes down to that too.
Well, that's why I'm saying it has to warrant a response because, like, in the same way Drake waited 10 years to respond to him, right? Like Kendrick has like 2-3 jabs, you could say, at Drake, but like Drake's like, why would I respond to this dude? It doesn't affect my like universe. It's a no-win situation. And then he finally did it because Drake's like, fuck it. Like, if you think about it, like, if you think about what Ross is saying, you think about what all of them did, like Drake is king right now. Like, it doesn't matter anymore. And then but Kendrick's now thinking what Drake said, like, yo, this doesn't affect my universe no matter what I do. Like, I can't beat this guy. He's going to drop a fire track that'll be played in the club. That's great for him. He wins. It just doesn't matter, especially after what Push did. I don't think there is a song you can come out with that, like, ends Drake.
Let's be honest. If that Kendrick verse is on Reason's album, or if that same verse is on Schoolboy Q's album, it doesn't get as much attention. It's not as much of a moment. But because it was on a highly anticipated Future Metro album, I think that created some momentum for him. And especially then J. Cole apologizing. Like, bro, he couldn't have any more momentum. At that point, it didn't even need to be the most fire return. Like, everybody was already looking at him like the boogeyman. And all he's doing by letting time transpire is like, now it's a no-win situation. If you kill him lyrically, the Drake fans and the casual fans aren't going to give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? And to the people who are more hardcore battle rap fans, they're like, bro, this shit that came out fucking weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, too little, too late. So I don't think you're doing anybody favors. It's like, if you're not going to be willing to engage, then why even do that?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think it mattered. Because the hardcore rap lyricist fans, like whatever you want to call it, like they're gonna listen to Kendrick's album no matter what. The casual fans are gonna listen to Drake's album no matter what. They're not in the same universe anymore.
So let me ask you a question. Did you listen to the second Future and Metro album at midnight and skim through looking for that second Kendrick verse in case he decided to drop again? I'll be honest, I did. You know what I'm saying? Or at least to see like I can't tell you the last time I heard a full-length Kendrick Lamar song. That's just not for my ears. But I'm over here looking for a Kendrick Lamar verse, which nothing would ever make me do that ever in my life. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Drake winning the war right now. He lost that first round, but he winning the war.
I just want to note before I got to jump off here how crazy it is to get my rap beef analysis from a person who showed up to my house the other day in Lightning McQueen Crocs. This is y'all street. This is the streets correspondent over here. He put his White Sox hat on because he think he Ice Cube, but it's all good, man.
Bro, you like going to Cleveland for you was like a vacation growing up. So I get it. You don't understand fashion and flair. I don't know what the fuck y'all wore overalls, but you know, it's called being fashion forward. I apologize for that. You know what I'm saying? Nigga thought going to Dayton was like the crowning achievement of his life.
Yeah.
Saying
just because you and Joe Paterno was friends at Penn State, don't mean you got to bring the energy to me.
He saw more than 4 females in the same place at once and lost his fucking mind. Like crazy.
You and Jerry Sandusky was in them showers hanging out.
I want to flame your country ass too.
I went on my visit to Penn State. They was like, "No, we let X in." I said, "Nah, never."
Bro,
again.
You do hot yoga with goats. Like
I
that's
do. I do.
Like, and so you coming at my street credibility.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? When you're a paying member of Soul Cycle, it's hilarious to me.
How can a man who went to college? I'm saying this is coming. You went to college in Happy Valley, Pennsylvania, and you won't come to me about street cred.
Bells at Orange Fitness Theory. Like they know you. You're a
Orange Fitness Theory.
Like, that's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, son. The audacity of you, bro.
I'm out. I gotta go.
Serious the man can be.
Yeah, my guys.
All right, bro.